Turning now to a somber day, marking 1 year since the October 7th attack on Israel by Hamas. Sirens sounded across Israel this morning to remember the more than 1,200 people killed. Memorials are still taking place around the country as well.
And 1 year later, there are still so many families still dealing with the daily uncertainty of just what happened to their loved ones. And that includes the Alexanders, whose son Edan was among the more than 250 hostages taken. He is a soldier in the Israeli Defense Forces. He grew up, though, right here in the States, in New Jersey. He is one of 60 hostages believed to still be alive. His parents, Yael and Adi Alexander, with us both this morning. Thank you so much for being here. Good morning to you. Just first of all, before we start, how are we 1 year later? How are we holding up?
I never thought in a million years that we'll be talking in the terms of years, even months. At the beginning, it was weeks, couple of weeks, 3 weeks. We were hopefully waiting for the another round of the release after November, and it never happened.
Yael, have you gotten any information from officials there, from the Israeli military? Have we heard anything recently?
We heard about people that got rescued mid-November, that they saw Edan on October 7 in Gaza tunnels. It was really emotional talks with them because this is the people that last saw my son. And they told me that he looked strong, he was comforting people, he was telling them, you all civilians, don't worry, it's gonna be solved fast. He was comforting people in this worst circumstances, and I was so proud to hear that Edan gave strength for people. I'm just going to remind everyone he's only 19 when he was kidnapped, and I felt this is Edan. Yeah. You know, Edan is there for the other, is reaching out, is taking care of people. He was smiling for people also. When they entered the tunnels, they were like cry and scared, and still he's got this beautiful smile. And
I was looking at some of the numbers this morning. More than 100 of those 250 people who were taken last year have been released. What keeps you motivated to continue this, and what gives you hope?
We have a lot of hope in our hearts. I have to keep the hope going on. I have 2 children, his brother and sister. They're still waiting for Edan to return home, and we are not going to stop fighting. I'm a mom. Like, this, what kind of...
Sure.
You have to do it. This is my son. I want him back. And I cannot believe it's 1 year, you know.
You mentioned your other 2 children. They're 18 and 13.
Yes.
How do you balance, you know, this fight to get Edan home and still go home and have as a normal life as you can for your other children?
So we really try to maintain like a family normal life. But we are traveling a lot to Israel, to DC, and we are obviously in New Jersey also with the kids. I don't know. I'm trying to do everything now. You know, if it's Roy's bar mitzvah, if it's Mika prom, and the graduation of high school that she just had this summer. Like, we are trying to handle everything and to pay attention for the kids because they're there and they need us. And still, this is like my energy source also. I'm getting a lot of strength for them to continue with the fighting, and I'm not going to stop.
Guys, if there was some way for Edan to hear this, what message do you want to send to him?
I just want to say to him, we are with you, we love you, be strong, survive, it's gonna happen, and you will come back home.
There has been, as you know, a lot made over how to resolve this. There's been a couple ceasefires that did not happen. What would you say to the elected leaders here and the elected leaders there about these hostages who remain in captivity?
There is only so many things we can put on a piece of paper. As for the negotiating agreement, you can put it in the blue ink or the black ink, but at the end of the day, you need a political will and you need a real leadership for both sides to say, yes, let's go. So we need to put them back around the table as soon as possible and to seal this deal with no longer delays.
And in the meantime, I asked you, but what about for you, Dad? What gives you hope and keeps you going?
Same. We have to be strong for our kids. I have to stay strong for my family. I know my son is strong. He's a strong kid. He's a tall kid, strong kid, former swimmer. I hope he's well. And that's what keeps us going.
You guys are part of this horrible fraternity of families that are all going through this. How much have you leaned on each other to get through this?
Very much so. We became a family, those people we never met before. And the thing that happened that the previous couple that you hosted here, their son and our son, they served on the same outpost.
Wow. The family we had on this morning.
The family from Long Island. So they never met before. And we know now that they became really close friends at this post.
The Nutris.
Nutris, yes. Serving there for a couple of months together. Yes. And this is unbelievable, but we lean on each other, we trust each other, and we will stay together.
Thank you. Thank you for your time this morning. And keep the faith. Keep the faith.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.